Everybody, welcome in. So tonight we're going to talk about the topic of this video is affiliate marketing. Is it dead? And so what does that exactly mean? So I kind of broke it down into a couple different questions that I wanted to kind of answer, things that I've gotten asked over the years, specifically about affiliate marketing. And we're going to talk about, debunking some of these common myths and also talk about some of the different ways that not only can you get started, but also really trying to get an understanding of, is affiliate marketing even worth it to do anymore? So the answer is a resounding yes. It absolutely is. Definitely worth it doing it. So the first question I have is, does affiliate marketing still work? And the answer is yes. It absolutely does still work. The thing is, there's so many different ways that you can do affiliate marketing. And so it really depends on kind of what you're trying to sell. So what do you want to promote? Is it low ticket items? Is it high ticket items? It depends on what platform you're actually going to be selling on, or promoting on. There's a ton of different ways that you can go through and you can approach affiliate marketing. And there's a lot of different skills I think that you learn along the way, um, in order to be successful with affiliate marketing. So um, the next question that I have is, why do so many people fail to make money? So the reason that people, I think, fail to make money is a couple things. Is they don't understand that affiliate marketing is something you're in for the long haul, and you're not going to just be doing it for, an overnight. Nobody's going to have overnight success. It's extremely rare for anybody to have overnight success with affiliate marketing. And on top of that, it's something that you actually have to plan. So it's a structure, and you have to plan everything out as far as the different avenues that you want to take. So first off, you're going to talk about the products. So what products are you actually going to sell? So once you figure that part out, then you're going to want to figure out, okay, am I going to do paid ads, or do I do ads at all? Am I going to do free organic traffic? Let me actually just check here because I don't see the live chat working. Sorry, let me just pause this for a sec. All right. Okay. I don't know if do you guys see the live chat? Is live chat working? Let me see. Maybe I need to refresh my screen here. I want to see if the live chat's working so I can get some questions from you guys if you have any questions here. Sorry, so we will continue here in 1 second. I'm just going to check the chat. So we're talking about, why do so many people fail to make money with affiliate marketing? Okay, let me just check the chat here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to actually test this real quick. I just want to make sure this works. So live chat. So okay. Okay, I'm not sure why chat's not showing up. Anyway, um, so where was it? So okay, so why do so many people fail to make money? I think it comes down to the fact that they don't have a proper plan in place as far as to make money. So a lot of people start off on like Amazon, because that's Amazon Associates is a really easy place to start as far as making money. Um, and that's because everybody knows Amazon, everybody trusts Amazon, and people order from Amazon all day long. So really, it doesn't take that much for somebody to try to. You're not even really promoting a product on Amazon. You just, with Amazon, people just go and they'll just click a link, and they'll just see what the link is all about. And the chances are really high that somebody actually doesn't actually buy what you're promoting or what you're trying to actually like present to people. So which is okay because that's probably the number one reason why I love Amazon affiliate marketing is because there's a 24-hour cookie, which basically means, so say like I had something in my cart and I was going and I was buying maybe fishing gear, fishing rod, a winter coat, a snow shovel, that kind of thing. But if I clicked on the link that was promoting, let's say, a book, and I didn't buy the book, that's okay because everything that that person has in their cart for 24 hours and they make and they sell, or sorry, they don't sell, they buy whatever's in their cart, you get a small cut of for 24 hours. So um, I'm not sure why people don't like that. Why don't they use that more often? I think the big kind of misconception is the commissions are too low. And why would you start there? Because no one's making good money with Amazon, which isn't true. Because if you think about it, the bigger the audience that you have, the more widespread that you're going to be able to reach this bigger audience. So you have a bigger potential of people clicking on you, not only clicking on the links, but also at the same time, they can go through and they can actually, you know, put more things in their cart. So, and for 24 hours, that's a long time. I mean, a long time for someone to have stuff in their cart. So, um, I think people give up too easy. That's another reason why people fail on Amazon. They give up too easy. They give up too soon. Sorry, and they don't give it a. They just kind of go in just blindly, like seeing that everybody else online is talking about affiliate marketing, and they think that they can just do it and not really go in with any skills, or you don't necessarily need skills and experience, but you do have to educate yourself and you do have to allow yourself time to learn because there is a learning curve like with everything else. There's a learning curve. um, so the next question that I have is, how can you not get banned? This is a huge question. A lot of people ask all over the place, and a lot of the comments on a lot of the videos that I have, people are always asking, how do you not get banned? So this is kind of like a multi-part question. So how do you not get banned, let's say from Amazon Associates? How do you not get banned from, we'll just say Pinterest or Facebook? So we'll start with Amazon. So basically, um, not getting banned, basically you have to follow their terms and conditions. And I know that sounds like a bunch of jargon. I mean, nobody really reads that stuff. But the gist of it is when you're going to promote something off of Amazon and you grab your own affiliate link from Amazon, basically what you want to do is you got to make sure that you don't use their product images, like the direct product images from Amazon, from any seller. So you want to make sure to make it your own. So if there's a photo editing program that you use, such as Canvas Free, Photoshop, some other ones that are really popular, you have to make it custom enough, make it your own in order to make it so it's not a direct copy. You don't want to just hit right click and then save as, because if you do that, then that that's not to say that it's going to happen 100%, but at the same time, you want to make sure that it's something to where it's within Amazon's terms. So that's going to protect you with Amazon. So let's go over to like Facebook and Pinterest. So when you're trying to do affiliate marketing, affiliate links through Facebook, through Pinterest, you want to make sure that you post a disclaimer, basically saying, "This is an affiliate link. I may get a commission if somebody purchases this, but there's no extra cost to the customer," which is really important because people see, "Oh, it's an affiliate link, and I'm going to get charged X amount of money because it's an affiliate link," which isn't true. There's no extra charge that Amazon charges. Excuse me, that Amazon charges to the customer, but also the affiliate marketer. So, trying to see why this chat's not working. I don't know. Are you guys able? Because I can't see if anybody's writing anything in the chat. Can you guys see anything? Like, can somebody type something if you're in the live chat? I'm gonna see if this is working here. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like somebody put hello in there. So live chat is working. Okay, no worries. So okay, so let's go back. So how do you not get banned? So if you're talking about Facebook, Facebook hates it when you put affiliate links right in the description of like a post. That's why you see like these different groups, these different Facebook groups, and they always say you can't link, you can't put your link in there, you can't do that. You got to make sure that you keep everything, under our rules. So the way to get around that, if you're writing a description on a Facebook post, the best way to do that is to put it in the first comment. So after you put a post, you can kind of build up what it is that you're trying to promote, and you can add pictures, you can add some sort of like a pros and cons list. Um, and then what you can do is in the first comment, you can put the affiliate link and say, hey, if you want to check this out, go here in the comments. That way people can sift through the comments. And it's a lot more difficult for people, for Facebook, to go through and actually flag in the comments versus actually flagging it in the post itself. Um, there's a lot of groups that I belong to that I've learned from and through that actually don't have. Hey, Amin, thank you so much for the question. Okay. Um, I want to know from which platform you use to affiliate. So for me, honestly, it's Amazon Associates right now, is who I use for affiliate marketing. That's a primary one that I use for affiliate marketing. And primarily to promote, I will use Pinterest, and I'll use not really Facebook as much, but I'll do Pinterest and I'll do Nextdoor. So, and LinkedIn. So, yeah, does that answer your question? So, also, I've touched on a little bit of ClickBank, but their selection is, it's not bad. It's just that the selection is a little more, I think, kind of specialized as far as, digital packages, that kind of thing, versus like physical products. I know that ClickBank does have physical products, but um, basically, I think it's a lot easier to get started on Amazon, in my opinion, because like I was kind of mentioning before, everybody knows Amazon and they trust Amazon. So um, let me know if you guys have any questions out there. I'm gonna move on to the next question here. Please feel free to interrupt me. This is very informal, so I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So, and please excuse, I just got to drink some water here occasionally. Okay, so the next question that I got was, what is the easiest platform to promote on? So that's a great question. And in my personal opinion, I think Amazon is the easiest platform to promote on. And the reason it is because the process to actually get approved through Amazon is relatively simple. I actually started with a blog. So I started with like a nature blog, and it basically was reviewing products with, in the nature space, but it was reviewing products that are found on Amazon. So basically I'd write an article, and then in the article I would kind of put some affiliate links in there, but it wasn't, excuse me, it wasn't more than maybe one or two per article, because the last, it's kind of like common sense. The last thing that you want to do is you don't want to spam. It doesn't matter whether you're doing a blog, whether you're doing a social media platform, whatever the case may be. You definitely don't want to spam. You just got to kind of be considerate about other people and think about how people actually, would you want to be spammed by a bunch of links? I mean, kind of going in there, you just want to make sure that everything is, you're doing the right thing. Always try to be, honest and do what you can. Um, so so the easiest platform to promote on, in my opinion, is Amazon, because there's really no selling as far as Amazon goes. You really don't need to. Hi, Buggy. Hi, Sweetums. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you guys being here. The easiest, I would say, Amazon is something to where since everybody knows Amazon, there is no really selling. It's all about basically just grabbing a product. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Amin. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Um, so it really, Amazon is something to where you really don't have to sell people to buy things. So it's more of something. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Make sure I didn't forget anybody. Yeah, no, Amazon is awesome because it's something to where people use it every day, but at the same time, um, you don't have to sell it, right? So you can literally find whatever you're looking for on Amazon, and if you can't find it on Amazon, um, you can find it somewhere else that probably has an affiliate program, such as Walmart, or really all the major companies have affiliate programs. So Just want to take a break for a sec, see if anybody has any questions out there. Hey, Amin, I'm curious. What time is it there for you right now? I'm just curious. So for me, I'm in the United States in Colorado, and it's about 9:48 p.m. on Sunday night. So, okay, so the next question that I got here is, do you need experience to start affiliate marketing? And I see this one a lot, and I think this is a great question because there's a simple answer, and it's no. Um, yeah, thank you, Sweetums, appreciate it. Um, so, do you need experience to start affiliate marketing? So the answer is no. And when I say no, I don't mean like you can just do it with absolutely no experience. I mean, you kind of have to educate yourself a little bit and kind of know, the different places you need to go, like where do you find products from, how do you sign up, that kind of stuff. But you don't need to have years and years and years of experience. Um, that's a cool part about affiliate marketing is you can just do it whenever whenever you can kind of learn as you go along and pick up little pieces here and there. So that's the best way I think to learn. And um, so I would say really it depends on what where do you want to start with affiliate marketing, as to like how much experience you need and what experience you need. um, so the next question I got was, how long does it take to make money with affiliate marketing? So unfortunately, it's a little bit of a loaded question and a little bit of a complex question because it varies. The answer varies because it's going to depend on how much experience that you have in terms of, when it comes to marketing and graphic design, and also choosing products and finding like a niche or like a topic that you want to promote products within. Also, it's going to depend on how big is your audience or how big is your target audience. So do you have a big following, that kind of thing? So you really need to, there's a lot that comes into play. um, some people get lucky that I've seen, that I've talked to, and you can make money within, the first 24 hours, 48 hours, week, months. It really depends, and it's different for everybody's situation. So it's kind of, it's an individual, kind of, I guess, situation per whoever's doing it, so um, okay, the next question. I'm gonna pause for a sec. Does anybody have any questions? Hi, Buggy from Colorado. Nice. All right. Okay, so the next question is it as easy as the gurus make it sound? And I thought this was kind of funny because it doesn't matter what the industry is or what the niche is, or, all over social media, all over YouTube, there's going to be gurus and people that are not necessarily always pretending, but there's going to be people that are really want to try to just, sell you something and shove some kind of information down your throat. It's like fishing, like they'll give you a little bit, like enough information to like get you to almost like catch a fish, and then they're like, oh wait, the real golden nuggets and the real stuff that you need to succeed is in this course or is in that or in this. So I definitely think it really depends on what you're trying to do. It can be easy, um, but if you don't have any experience, then it's not going to happen overnight in terms of having success. So I would say it's definitely not as easy as gurus make it sound. There's a bunch of different avenues or paths that you can take with affiliate marketing. So some may be easier than others. I've had a lot of people talk to me about like high ticket items. What that means is like the whatever you're going to be selling or promoting, whether it be maybe a course or a software, that kind of thing. um, they're the barrier to entry is a lot higher. So instead of something on Amazon to where you're looking at maybe getting a 1 to 5% commission, you could sell, let's just say, I don't know, a set of tires, 4 tires, maybe like 850, $900, and you would get maybe like 50% commission. So that's a way to go. That's an avenue to go if you wanted to sell what's called high ticket items, and you could make money faster. But then you got to think, all right, well, who's going to buy this? Like, even though the amount is going to be higher for people to purchase, who's going to actually buy it? So you got to really figure out who your target audience is. Um, One of the things that I really like as far as affiliate marketing is when you're trying to promote, you're trying to figure out what to promote and what to sell to different people. You want to think about, is there a reoccurring payment or a reoccurring bill that gets charged to the customer, so you get paid every month for whatever it is. So we find this a lot with the software space. So different softwares have monthly, reoccurring charges to the customer, whatever the software is. So if you can get into affiliate program that's like that, to where you actually are able to make money and have it be reoccurring, and it doesn't matter if it's 5, 10, 15, $20 a month, it starts adding up the more and more people that you're able to get in and purchase whatever it is, whatever the software is. And especially if you're in the niche that really hits hard with software, that you kind of, people bank on needing software to make their lives easier, whether it be to automate blogging or create with some kind of graphic design software or some AI software, whatever that means. um, I think the easiest way to do it is to try to promote within your niche. And if you promote a software that people can't live without, so to speak, then I think that's a bonus. That's a bonus win right there. So that's awesome. Thank you. Jake Farm, like that comment. Can you relate? I don't know. Can you relate? All right. So thanks for stopping in and dropping that comment. I appreciate it. So the next question we got is, what are common lies slash myths about affiliate marketing? And I would say lies. Maybe the myth is more about the time and the money that it takes to start up with affiliate marketing. So you can absolutely do affiliate marketing for free. You don't need to have any money to start affiliate marketing. And how can I back that up and say that that's true? I mean, the worst thing that I find is you go to people for information, whether it be YouTube or other places, and then you find out what they're trying to tell you is not true. So you can do affiliate marketing. You can sign up for Amazon. You don't need money. You just need a following, right? Some sort of a little following to get approved for Amazon Associates, and then you can literally start promoting your links. Um, so that's cool. Um, that's probably one of the myths, is that it costs a lot of money to start affiliate marketing. So it doesn't cost a lot. You can literally go in and start with a zero, but you can use money to actually kind of boost, whether it be if you wanted to run ads, something like that. You can actually go in and you can see if you want to increase your exposure and be able to reach more people. That's definitely not something that is mandatory, but if if that's something that you have the extra capital, or you have the extra money that you can put towards that, then I think that's something that is a bonus, right? If you can do that. um, did anybody else, when they read Jake Farm, think about State Farm? That's probably where it came from. I don't know. That's how you guys doing out there? Sweetums, Buggy, you guys doing all right? So okay, so let's get back to the what are the common lies or myths about affiliate marketing. So we talked about needing to have money to start affiliate marketing, which is not true. um, okay, question is, okay, where do you recommend advertising? So I think it depends on it depends on what I think what the product is in a sense, because you want to make sure that you know who you're going to be targeting, whether your primary platform is on Pinterest or let's say Facebook. You can also promote on Nextdoor or LinkedIn. So I would say for me, probably the number one is Pinterest, and the reason is Pinterest is because I think Facebook t- has a tendency to has a, has a tendency to I guess kind of have a lot more negativity as far as like the comments, and people are trying to promote and advertise their product or their service or that kind of thing. And you know when it says sponsor at the top of their name, I think there's a lot of not necessarily hate, but like a lot of negativity that comes with people leaving comments, just kind of popping in. So I would say my personal choice would be Pinterest because I think as a whole, Pinterest seems to be more positive, at least in my opinion. Overall, I know that there's going to be negativity everywhere, but I would say start with Pinterest. So Pinterest and Facebook are probably the two biggest as far as like advertising, and with Facebook, you can definitely target a lot. You can definitely target a lot quicker and a lot more detailed, I think, through Facebook. So Facebook ads, you can get really, really granular, and you can go through. Thank you, Sweetums, appreciate it. You can go through and you can actually have a detailed targeting to where it goes extremely granular, like not just country, not just age, but also interest and all that kind of thing. Um, So that's something that is important as far as when you think about advertising, you're going to think about who your target audience is and how detailed do you need to get or do you want to get. And then you got to remember the more that you kind of dig down, um, you're going to be paying more depending on how like I guess how big the reach is, how far do you want to stretch. Um, so does that answer your question, Sweetums? I'll be right back. One second. Let me just let the cat out. Okay, I'm back. The cool part, the cool part about doing this live streaming on the shorts feed is that you can literally see kind of like the ebb and flow of like people coming and going on this live, like watching it get up to like 12, 15, and then shooting down to like 3, 4, 5. That's pretty cool. So just seeing people come in and come out. So if you're new out there, thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. We're talking about affiliate marketing. Um, so where have you found the most success advertising? For me, the most success probably twofold. So the first would be Facebook, and that's because of the granular, um, the budget and the detailed targeting of Facebook. I think is unmatched with any other platform. Facebook allows you to get so granular. I mean, there's pros and cons. I mean, I know people complain about Facebook tracking this and tracking that, and listening and that kind of thing, which I think to a certain extent is true, but um, I think they're really good about really finding that ideal audience for whatever the product is, or the at least the general interest or like the behavior of whatever the buyer is. So it doesn't even have to be that you're selling something. It could be that you're trying to get the word out about something, and you really want to just start like a campaign for like traffic, meaning like you want to get some more eyeballs to your website, your blog, your store, whatever it is, um, and you can promote something. So all you want to do is get the visuals and get the clicks and that kind of thing. So you're not necessarily selling a product in a sense, um, but I do feel like personally I've had the most success with Facebook. Um, they tend to charge you a lot more. Like obviously, the more you pay, I would say you start with $1, $2 a day, and then you can go up from there. They always try to get you on like the defaults like $20 a day, which especially if you're just starting out, I'm not really sure how anybody is expected or supposed to do that unless you have some disposable income in order to spend money on ads. But so I would definitely say Facebook Sweetums is where I found the most success. I've dabbled in Pinterest ads a little bit here and there, but not as much as Facebook. So definitely from experience, just speaking from experience, I would say Pinterest. I mean, sorry, Pinterest, Facebook for sure. So yeah, no worries. So granular meaning you can get really like detailed in your targeting. So instead of just saying, I want to target animals, people that like animals, that kind of thing on Facebook, you can really dig down like in a granular, like you can kind of silo down or really like laser focus down on what would be under the categories of animals. So, you could choose wild animals, or you can even go down to a specific animal itself, um, depending on what it is you're actually promoting. So, Facebook kind of categorizes it by interests, which is basically like the category or the topic. Excuse me. And then behavior, which is another kind of a section that you can you can target these different behaviors of people that buy. So you can actually select something to the effect of, if somebody has a previous history of purchasing off of Facebook, or actually leaving Facebook and then going to a website and buying, then Facebook will actually go through and they'll be able to flag that. Not necessarily flag, but like they'll take note of that. Facebook will take note of that and then basically label that person as, hey, they went off Facebook and they bought something. So we're going to kind of throw them in this behavior category of where they've done this before, as far as going off and purchasing something. Um, so that's another thing you can do, is target through behaviors with Facebook. Facebook is definitely like the juggernaut. It's probably like the king for online advertising. It's not as user friendly to kind of set up if you don't really know what you're doing. You can kind of fumble through and kind of take most of the basic default options, but it also has a more and more advanced side that you can go through and you can take advantage of if you want to. But there's a big learning curve, I think, with Facebook ads. But that doesn't mean that it's something to be scared of. I think it's just the more you kind of learn and everything that you need to know about these different promoting or running ads, you can find on Facebook. You can find on YouTube for free. So I would say that's definitely where I've learned like 99% of the stuff about affiliate marketing is on YouTube for free, which is pretty cool that we have the technology and the platform like that is just totally free. Obviously, you have to take everything with a grain of salt because, you know, once you kind of learn something, I think online, then you want to dig in and kind of give it your own, I guess, kind of test drive and excuse me, give it your own test drive and see how it works for you. Okay, so does that answer your question, Sweetums? Okay, so the next question that okay, is affiliate marketing one of the easier side hustles? I would say it is. Honestly, it is. It is because you don't have to come up with a product. You don't have to create a product, and you don't have to go through like the research and development. You don't have to package it. All you're doing really is promoting. You have a link, like a URL link, and all you're doing is trying to find people or traffic to draw to that link. So I don't honestly, I don't know what could be easier than that. Is I mean, I know it's not easy to draw traffic, like good high quality traffic, but at the same time, as far as like a learning curve, I mean, there's not too much to affiliate marketing. It's it's pretty easy, like on a high level, in a sense of like, you know, the gist of the gist of I guess understanding like what affiliate marketing is at its core is pretty easy to understand, and I think it's something that is probably the easiest side hustle that I've come across, aside from like selling domains online, and I'll talk about that in 1 second. So, question is, what are your thoughts on print on demand? Print on demand, I think, is a phenomenal. It's incredibly. I think it's it's such a unique. I think side hustle or full time business, however you want to look at it, because you're using your creativity and pouring it out into designs for whatever it is, a t-shirt, different apparel, gear, that kind of thing, different products, and you're creating these things, these designs, and I think it's easy. I don't want to say easy. It's easy in a sense of like if you want to just get in and get in like on the ground level without, there's a lot more to print on demand than just creating designs, but I think it is easy to get into as far as if you want to just kind of play around with it. When what I mean is, you go to someplace like a Teespring or like a Printful or Redbubble, that kind of thing, and just literally kind of play, like set up a free account. You don't set up a custom domain or anything, and you just start kind of creating designs. Whether it be like in Canva or on the platform itself. Um, I highly recommend it, and I highly encourage everybody to try it. It's fun, and it's something that you can go down a rabbit hole very quickly, and you can get into the complexity of everything that comes with it. SEO, keyword research. Actually coming up with unique designs that actually people want to buy, and not just some random stuff. But I wouldn't let that discourage anybody. You can just kind of play with it and just see whatever you like, and just kind of see what sells, at least at first, and to see how serious you want to get about it. Because obviously there's a lot more digging in, and you can dive in, and it can get complex really fast. But I think to start, it doesn't have to be too difficult. I mean, you can just, you know, watch some videos, kind of get a basic understanding, and then just kind of go from there. Um, I actually do have a video coming out soon. It's kind of like marrying Pinterest with a little bit of print on demand stuff. So that should be coming out here shortly. And that was a good question. So appreciate everybody in the chat. Just want to see if anybody else has any questions. If you're new here, I appreciate you joining. Thanks for hanging out. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that would be awesome. It definitely does help out. I know a lot of people say it, but it's true. It does help out. It helps out the channel, and it kind of helps like the algorithm, like say, hey, people like this kind of stuff, so they like this content. So that'd be great if you could hit it. All right. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate that. So the next question that I have is, can you make money? Hey, mods. Thank you. The next question that I have is, can you make money overnight? And that's kind of also, I think, a question that's a little bit loaded in a sense, because there's something that I think there's a misunderstanding that this is so easy that you can make money overnight. And I'm not saying that it's impossible. It's definitely possible. But I think it's really about, what avenue, what path you go on. And that's why I always talk about like Amazon. Amazon Associates is like Amazon's version of their affiliate marketplace. Just because if there was, and there is such a thing as making money overnight, I mean, nothing that I've seen, nobody, you're not going to get rich overnight, that kind of thing. It takes time to build up your skills, and it takes time to actually learn the ins and the outs and how everything works. But in terms of making money overnight, I think it's possible to make money, but to have an understanding of what you're doing. So, meaning, Walmart also has an affiliate program that everybody knows Walmart, so it's the same kind of thing. Whether you're trying to promote something off of Walmart or Amazon, I'm not exactly sure how long the cookie is for Walmart, how long people can have items in their cart, and how long they purchase, or how long it takes them to purchase, that you would get a cut. Um, that's why just keep mentioning Amazon, is because the 24-hour cookie, which is huge. So one of the things that I was going to bring up is when you talk about Amazon, there's a lot of people that complain about the commissions being really low. It's not worth it. You know, Amazon is crap. I mean, you shouldn't even try it. You're going to waste your time. I think the people that have that kind of mindset is very like closed-minded, and they don't they're just looking for like a quick buck and a quick way to get rich. And unfortunately, that's not how this works. That's not how affiliate marketing as a whole works. Um, okay, Sweetums asks, you would have to have a large following if you want to be an overnight, if you want to have an overnight sale. Yes, that's correct, Sweetums. I agree with that. So we're talking, I mean, definitely tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of followers or subscribers, in order to make that kind of like some decent, like palpable money overnight. Um, the only reason is because if you have a smaller amount of subscribers and a smaller amount of like a smaller audience, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody starts somewhere, but what are the chances that somebody is actually going to click on the links if you have, let's just say 500, excuse me, followers or subscribers? You know, it's probably pretty low that, you know, you're going to gain people's trust. I think it's all about trust. It's all about having people, you know, whatever the platform, it doesn't matter if it's YouTube, doesn't matter if it's Pinterest, Facebook, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Instagram. I think there's a certain level of trust that has to be built in, you know, with the actual individual who's ever making the content. You have to actually feel like, okay, you know, I want to support this person because XYZ, you know, I enjoy their content, or I like what they have to say, or I'm learning something from them, you know, that kind of thing. So I think there has to be an unwritten or an unspoken like reason in the individual's mind as to why they'd want to support them. So, and I think it's less about the individual, the creator, asking for people to click the link, and more about, you know, the way I see it is, if somebody supports you and they like what you're doing and they're getting value and they're getting benefit out of what you're, the kind of content you're producing, whether it's doesn't matter what social platform, um, then they're going to want to support you, right? Whatever that means. So, so that's kind of how, you know, when we talk about, you know, can you make money overnight? You definitely can. And like Sweetums mentioned, you would have to have a fairly large following or audience to do that. Um, Otherwise, I mean, there's always kind of asking like family and friends, but the only gotcha with that is Amazon Associates has a really strict rules about, let's just say, person A is an Amazon affiliate and person B is an Amazon affiliate, and they're family members or their friends or whatever. They don't like two affiliates buying from each other's links. So whether it be a blog or whether it be some of their social media site, they frown heavily upon kind of clicking on each other's links to kind of like, I don't want to say scam the system, but it's basically, that's kind of what their, you know, their view is in their eyes, is that, you know, two affiliates can't click on each other's links, just to make each other money, that kind of thing. So I don't think there's anything wrong with family doing it, but I think as far as like keeping it within the, as far as like the last name, you know, I've heard that they can line up, you know, if somebody purchases something and the last name is the same, there might be some kind of conflict of interest. But um, I just wouldn't dive into that. I wouldn't even go that route, because I wouldn't want to risk getting my account shut down or banned or something, because you work so hard to build up this audience or this following slowly, and you don't want to just throw it all away because, you know, you got greedy, or because there's some, you know, yep, they want real organic traffic, absolutely. So yeah, and the truth is, I mean, there's millions, if not billions, of people on Amazon, specifically Amazon, that there's more than enough people to click on links or to do this or to do that. So I wouldn't even go down the route of trying to have, family and friends click on your links, only because you don't want to risk anything. You want to keep everything as legit as humanly possible. And the truth is, as you kind of build up the following, and the rest is going to come, the rest will kind of sort itself out. And eventually, people will click on links and they want to support you. And then, slowly you'll start making some money and making commissions. Um, okay, so the next question I got was, what skills/experience do you need to be successful with affiliate marketing? I think this is important because, um, in a sense, I think it's easy to say, for somebody to say, well, I've never done this before. I have no idea where to start or what to do. Honestly, the first thing that I would say is start on YouTube with free content, with free videos, and try not to take everything word for word, as like concrete, but kind of use, if you start seeing a trend or you start seeing different people saying kind of the same thing, then you could pretty much, I think, come up with your own conclusion that, all right, there's something, this is kind of the way that, you can get started, that kind of thing. Um, and really, as far as like experience, I would say zero. You don't need any experience, because all you have to do is you can Google, how do you start affiliate marketing, or what's the best way to start affiliate marketing, and I guarantee either blog articles will come up or videos on YouTube, or both, and you just start going down the rabbit hole. Unfortunately, well, it's fortunately but unfortunately, because you start doing that and then hours go by, and you start, but that's the only way to learn, right? Is you have to kind of dive in and be able to dedicate some time. I mean, this isn't something, I think, where you can't kind of do it halfway. You have to go in and commit yourself to having this, like, you want to learn, you want to commit yourself to learn, and you have to have this discipline to be able to actually go through. And if you want to take it seriously, then you have to be open to learning, but at the same time, I think, you can learn skills along the way. So for the skills that you need, I would say basic marketing skills, meaning like, how do you actually target different groups or different people for the products. I would say for marketing, then maybe some graphic design, because when you're talking about, creating these like featured images or something, whether it be on like Pinterest is very, very image heavy, and not so much video. I mean, kind of video, but mostly like image heavy. Same with Instagram. So you really want to design something that is really visually appealing and people actually want to see and click on, and they're going to engage with. So there is an element of graphic design that you need to kind of build up your skills, but you don't you don't need to be like some crazy experienced graphic designer in order to have success. And everybody starts somewhere, so you got to remember that if you have zero experience, zero skills, that's okay. You just got to be willing to learn and be willing to start watching and consuming content and be able to have that, you can build up your repertoire, with the things that you learn. So, and it's best to put them into practice, because I know for me, it's like you learn some stuff and then you're like, oh crap, I forgot what I learned, or if you don't touch it or you don't do it for a while, then you're like, I don't know, you forget. So, um, I'm gonna pause. Does anybody have any other questions out there? Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next question here. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. It really, really helps out. Okay. The question is, Sweetums asked, how competitive is a Walmart affiliate marketing program compared to Amazon? So I would say I actually haven't personally applied for it before, but I know in terms of competitiveness, meaning being able to get in and get approved, I would say that it's fairly like low to medium, in terms of what you need to get approved. I mean, kind of the same with Amazon. I would say having a following, I would say maybe at least, if you're doing a social media following, I would say at least probably 500 followers or subscribers, that kind of thing, just to show that there's some substance, there's some engagement, and there's some community kind of built around whatever the platform is you're using. Um, but likewise, if you have a blog, maybe blog or website, I would say 10 to 20, you know, pretty good high quality articles as best as you can in order to apply. So you really don't want to apply when you either start from scratch or you don't have anything to show. Oh, okay. So like in terms of products and how to sell advertise, I would say marketing program compared to Amazon. Yeah, I think I haven't actually looked at the commission rates for Walmart, but I think I would imagine that they're probably similar to Amazon to where they're actually separated in different categories. I know that there are products on there, depending on like how more of a high end stuff that you can promote. Um, but I would say, and I don't know actually off the top of my head if Walmart has that 24-hour cookie in terms of when somebody clicks your link, if that link is tied to you, whoever is the person that owns the affiliate link. So, but no, that's a good question. I'm definitely gonna dive into that, and we'll definitely let you know for sure, Sweetum. So, because I'd like to know too. I would like to apply for Walmart too, because it would be nice to be able to have, products that I can choose from, or being able to within the niche, choose to promote from Walmart or Amazon. So I would say, but in terms of people clicking on Walmart, they absolutely would. I mean, Walmart in a sense is like, or was like, the Amazon before Amazon, so it was like the go-to place. Hey, Frenzies. Okay, so the question is, how long did it take you to make your first sale from Pinterest? So I would say, I think on Pinterest it was within the first probably, I would say month or two, because when I first created my account, Pinterest likes to see you kind of warm it up, in terms of putting on different, creating the pins, but they have to be like somewhat high quality pins. And I think what I would say is if you're starting from scratch, or if you already have um, a kind of like an established Pinterest account, I would say definitely you can try to pick some of your pins if you already have some out there and put some affiliate links in there. Definitely be cautious though. Don't just sit there and kind of like throw them all over the place. You don't like go and litter them on all of them, because you definitely don't want to raise any red flags. But I would say, let's say for example, you have maybe 20 to 30 pins that you have already created. Um, and if the link goes to say a blog or website or wherever it is, um, I would say maybe out of 20 or 30 pins, maybe put in like two or three affiliate links. So you really want to kind of have, maybe 10% or less affiliate links. You just don't want Pinterest to come back and say, oh, well, every single pin that you has, it might be a nice pin, a nice design pin, and it might be really engaging, and the description is really nice, and it's really like, there's a lot of detail and that kind of thing, but you definitely don't want to litter all of your pins with affiliate links, because you don't want to give them a reason to kind of, you know, I guess, flag your account. So, does that make sense? And just for reference for me, the affiliate marketplace that I used for my first sale was Amazon. So, what I did was I created the pin in Canva, and it actually linked back to a blog article, and then from within the blog article there's affiliate links on the blog article. So that was kind of the way that I started it. So I know that Pinterest just recently, within the last, couple of months or so, started allowing like direct affiliate links. They didn't do that before, because I tried to put direct affiliate links from Amazon in my pins. I would say like summer of last year, like fall of last year, and it just kept flagging it, saying that it wasn't allowed or it wasn't approved. But I know now you can do it, because I've added a couple. affiliate links on some of my pins. So, um, have you, do you, excuse me, do you have multiple, like social media platforms where you're going to be promoting products? It's Frenzies, right? Yes, I heard it wasn't allowed before. Yep, that's correct. They really frowned upon it. It was pretty crazy. Like the second that you would even try to copy and paste a link from like Amazon or anywhere else that wasn't like a specific domain, like going to a blog or somewhere else, they wouldn't even let you hit publish. It would just flag it immediately. I think I get a lot of comments on my latest Pinterest video with that question, saying I thought it wasn't allowed. And so I think that's how new it is. And in terms of Pinterest, I don't know exactly how long it's been. I mean, I don't want to say, a specific time frame. I would say within the last 6 months probably is when Pinterest allowed affiliate links. But I think a lot of this with people just saying, "Oh, you're going to get banned," this isn't allowed, all that kind of stuff. I mean, A, I think people like that aren't even trying, or B, they just, put an affiliate link in every single pin, and then they expect to just spam the heck out of everybody on Pinterest. And it's no wonder that A, it's not working, and B, they get their account flagged. I mean, some of this affiliate marketing stuff just takes some simple common sense, in order to be able to kind of like stay on the nice list, so to speak. You with not just with Pinterest, but with Amazon, Facebook, whatever it is. Um, like I don't read the terms and conditions, but I do go through and I do see like, okay, what is allowed? Because they tend to give you like bullet points. For example, like if you're on Pinterest, Amazon does not like it when you directly like copy and paste the product image. So if you go to like, let's just say you want to, how about like a backpack, right? You're trying to promote a backpack, and you go right to the seller's product images, and you right click and you hit save, and then you take that image of the product itself. You don't do anything to it. You don't edit. You don't tweak it. You just put it right into Pinterest. Literally copy and paste it as your pin. Um, that's definitely something that is, I mean, that's common sense to not do, but people do that and then they wonder why this stuff doesn't work. So, yep, I totally agree. I think some people just want to make excuses because it's easier than being consistent and persistent. Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah, it's sad that people just, I mean, I think it's human nature. People just want to take a fast route to making money and, getting rich, that kind of thing. But I think as we all know in this age of technology, I mean, it doesn't work like that. That's not, unfortunately, that's not reality. And if it was, obviously everybody would be doing it. So, hey, Frenzy, I was going to say, am I pronouncing that right? Frenzy? What I was going to say is if you have multiple social media platforms, say like Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, where you're going to be promoting products, have you heard of tracking IDs within Amazon? If you use Amazon Associates, have you heard of that before? Okay, do you usually make the advertising images on a flat background or do you use a lifestyle pic of a person using it? I would say both, Sweetums. I would say both. So usually what I would do, I think it depends on what the product is. So I would say if it's a flat background, if it's something that is, kind of, I guess, requires some sort of like a lifestyle or like some sort of a real kind of interactive look and like a presence, I definitely like a lifestyle picture of a person using it. I think that wins for sure. That would be my choice. Um, absolutely. So I think the lifestyle pick is more of like a real world kind of representation of the product. So like if somebody's scrolling through Pinterest, for example, I think instead of just doing like the product itself on like a flat background, I think if you have, even if it's not exact, obviously, but if you have some sort of a lifestyle picture, that actually can draw somebody in, I think you have a better chance of at least getting a click, and saying, "Hey, I can relate to that," or "That looks like something that, you know, a friend would use or have," or whatever. So, I would say lifestyle pick Sweetums. I've done both. I have done both, and they both work. But I would say if I had to choose one, lifestyle picture for sure. Okay, Frenzies, yes, I'm currently using them, but yeah, yeah, I hear you. Yeah. So are you, Frenzies? Are you on Amazon? Is that what your the affiliate program you're currently using is Amazon? Or I believe me, I know. I mean, depressing is, I mean, it's accurate. It's an accurate word, right? So, um, earlier in the live, I was talking about, kind of like some of the myths and why do so many people fail to make money. And people always bash Amazon because the commission rates are low. But I think there's a certain give and take with that as far as, you don't have to sell anybody to buy something on Amazon, so I'm just curious if you're using Amazon or like Digistore or, you know, ClickBank or, what you're using. Um, my go-to honestly is Amazon. Even though the commission rates are low, um, I think it's the opportunity is there, and it's basically like solely because you don't have to sell people on Amazon, right? They're gonna come and okay, just started using them along with Pinterest for traffic. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's awesome. So, um, no, Amazon. I've had good luck with Amazon. I'll like when I check my Amazon associates, and I'll have like a like a 60 cent commission. That's like a sell. That's time to celebrate. But it, it, that's just the way it is, right? I mean, unfortunately, like Amazon doesn't come out with like 75% commission rates. But you got to remember like the net for the net and the widespread exposure that Amazon has. Yeah, the commission rates are really low, and obviously at first you don't want to kind of count on that as like your sole income for Amazon associates because of the commission rates being lower. But at the same time, I think it's a win-win, honestly. I would say you don't just rely on Amazon. You go and you have like Amazon, and then you have maybe Walmart, and then you have, ClickBank, Digistore. I mean, you really want to diversify your income stream, that kind of thing. So, sorry, but there's this. I'm gonna tell you a story. So there's this video that I created about replacing an ice maker, like a fridge ice maker, and it's on the channel, and it was just something like kind of like I don't want to say stupid, but it was a stupid little thing. I need to do it anyway to like replace it, so I figured why not make a video on how to replace this ice maker because ours was like on the fritz and it was just it wasn't making ice, that kind of thing. So I created the video as like I don't know 19 20 minutes or something like that, and I put the links for the product, like the actual ice maker. I put it in the description, and I didn't say in the video, "Hey, click this link and you can buy it." I just made sure to say it, like to spell it out in the description. And the other day, it was like 20, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 days ago. Um, it's rare that somebody actually clicks on the link and they purchase the item or the product that you're actually trying to promote. But they did. It was pretty nuts. I think the not the revenue that I got, but like the sales revenue from that alone was, I think the purchase price was like $163, and out of that 163, I got like $6.52, which I mean, hey, I didn't have that $6.52 the day before, right? So I mean, that's kind of what it is as far as going in that Amazon has lower rates and lower commissions, but you're in for the long haul, right? I mean, Amazon or affiliate marketing is definitely for the long haul. Yeah. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining. Hey, mods, please, thank you. So yeah, no, so that's cool that you're doing the Pinterest for traffic. how are you? What is, if you don't mind me asking, Frenzies, what is your niche? Like, do you would you be willing to share that? Like, what is your, like the niche or the topic or the category? I'm just curious what. Thank you, thank you, mods. Um, just want to see if I can give you some tips or some help or some, that kind of thing. Um, so I'm gonna move on to the next question. Um, so this one, fitness. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Fitness and wellness. That's perfect. Seriously, like as much of a cliche that is, this is so cool that like I'm watching the count actually. Sorry, frenzies, one sec. I'm watching the count go up from like 3 to 6 to 7, whatever. 14. It's at 21. Thank you guys so much for joining. Um, check it out. We're talking about affiliate marketing and is it dead? And the answer is no. Stick around. Oh, lost 7. Okay. That's awesome. That's how it can go on the shorts feed right there, like jump up like that. Anyway, um, frenzy. So fitness and wellness. Yeah, you picked a really good niche. So if that's something that you're passionate about and something that you really love and you really love to talk about and you can just tell people about it for days and that kind of thing. And I think that's awesome because I mean, it's such a popular niche in terms of like, yeah, that's right, Sweetos. That was quick. It's such a popular niche, but at the same time, there's so much room for everybody, right? As they say, like there's so much fish in the sea kind of thing. I mean, there's so much opportunity, I think, for you in that fitness and wellness niche. It's, I mean, it's unlimited possibilities for what you can do. Um, so nice. Pop up to 22. Nice. That's how it's gonna go. It's Sunday night. What is it? Sunday night. So I'm just curious, and this is a little bit off topic, but um, does anybody here watch into hockey or basketball? Do you have a team that you watch that's in the playoffs currently? I know that's not affiliate marketing, but I'm just curious. Um, I'm rooting for the Denver Nuggets and Colorado Avalanche and Vegas Golden Knights and LA Kings. So, okay, so the next question that I got is why, and this kind of made me laugh, but why do people hate Amazon Associates affiliate program? And that's such like a strong. Let's see. I heard calisthenics was huge for Gen Z, so it could be a good marketing tactic right now. That's great. That's a great tip. Frenzies, if you haven't kind of gone into that, that's definitely a great tip. Um, so why do people hate Amazon Associates affiliate program? And I say hate not in a sense of like I think it's more of just kind of about like what we talked about before was like number one, there we go. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Buggy. Love it. So back back to why people hate Amazon Associates affiliate program. It's almost like a curse word, I swear, man. Like when you talk about it, the first thing that affiliate marketers or people that I've talked to online, the first thing that people, it's got like this black cloud hanging over it because everybody is like so caught up in like, oh, it's got the crappiest commissions, are so low, you're never gonna make any money. I mean that my response every time to that is like, yeah, but you're not doing it to get rich quick. I mean, you got to stay in for the long run. This is a long game, and you have to. It's a, what does that saying go? It's a it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? So this is something to where you actually you have to plan it out, and it's something that is meant to be like a supplemental kind of income kind of thing. Just one of the different paths that you can take with affiliate marketing is Amazon, but there's so many different marketplaces out there that you should take advantage of. Not to mention one of the ones that I recently to make money on and sell and promote was yep, Nest Egg. Yep. Is Buy Me a Coffee. I don't know if you guys have heard of this before, but Buy Me a Coffee is actually it's basically like it's kind of like a Patreon, but it's a lot more simple to use, and there's no fee. in terms of like the creator itself. You can sign up for a free account. Um, and what it is like if there's something you want to support a content creator or somebody who has a channel, or it could just be really anybody on social media. Um, you basically send them a couple bucks and you buy them a coffee. So it's kind of it's a different way to like look at it in terms of like making some sort of like monetizing your content, or kind of a way to show support for favorite creator, or like, hey, you're getting benefit, or you're actually liking what people are teaching you, and you know you're not kind of being sale. I hate the salesy stuff. It's like, you want to learn something, but then at the end, oh wait, you got to pay X amount of money for this to really learn the good stuff. I don't like that. I never like that. I don't believe in that either. So I will never do that ever on this channel where I'm selling something like that. I definitely believe in like free content. Um, that's a good question. So is it Janaid? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. My apologies. What do you think about AI bot affiliates? How exactly does it work? So actually, I haven't dove into AI bot affiliates before. Is there a specific? Can you think of a specific brand or company or software that I might be familiar with? Um, yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't actually looked into that. But if there is that so? Is it like a software for the AI bots? Is that something where you kind of purchase like a software subscription, and the bots go out and like they kind of mine for like crypto? Is that kind of what it is? Sorry, I'm not super familiar with it, but I would love to learn. I love to learn about it. So yeah, if you could please share more information about it, I'd love to look into it. Um, so I think, have we beat this? Why do people hate Amazon Associates program to death? I mean, um, another point real quick is it takes too long to make money. That's another complaint that I see people have. So I mean, it does take a long time to make money if your commissions are like 1 to 4%. But actually, surprisingly, at the very top, and this is something I didn't realize until a little bit ago, is Amazon actually has games now. Like, I don't know if you guys knew that Amazon actually has digital games, like video games. So it kind of goes along with like Steam or like the other online platforms that you can play games. So like Amazon has their own, kind of subsidiary of like online gaming, which is pretty cool. So if you can actually promote the games, which is pretty neat. So you go onto Amazon, I can't remember the exact link, but you go onto Amazon and you can search by games. And if you were to promote the game, or you grab your affiliate link for the game, and then which is pretty cool. And then if somebody buys it through your affiliate link, that's the highest. That's 20% right there. So 20% is the commission for the any of the digital games, which is cool. And then I think next it's like luxury, like beauty, I think is next down, or like furniture or something. But I think the vast majority of the quote unquote not normal, but like the normal niches, you're gonna find anywhere between like probably 2 to 5%, give or take, in that range. So just want to give a shout out. Thank you guys so much for being here. We got 21 people in here now. Thank you. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that would be awesome. Really appreciate it. Um, yeah, that's true. No, you're right, Frenzies. Yeah, the game niche isn't that popular. You're right. I don't know even how many games they have. Like, I don't. What was one of them called? I can't remember. I actually looked into it. I looked into it. I looked into their games just for the heck of it, to see if it's something that I could promote somehow on like Pinterest. But um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the gaming niche is something that kind of has like an ebb and flow. It kind of like goes up and down, and for a while, like Minecraft was like the top, right? And I know this isn't like a Minecraft channel, but um, thank you guys for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. So I don't know, like Minecraft was like the king for a long, long, long time. And then, I'm not really into games, but like, and then Fortnite comes in and just kind of like takes the crown, um, which is pretty cool. I mean, to kind of see that, and like all this multiplayer stuff um, is super cool. Just like the technology that you can actually do that, which is awesome. Um, so I don't know. I mean, I'm coming from like the days of what did I play? You know, one game that I played, and this isn't affiliate marketing related, but um, I don't know if anybody's played the Seventh Guest. Like really big into like horror and like kind of like paranormal haunted stuff, that kind of thing. So like Seventh Guest was a game that I played back in like it was like the was it the early to mid '90s kind of thing where it was on PC. Yeah, that's right. That I think this one, yeah, that's so funny, right? Yeah. So Seventh Guest was awesome. It was like the first kind of like it's a puzzle game. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with it or not, but it's a puzzle game and just the whole ambiance and everything about the game like just kind of draws you into like the whole like the world of you're in this haunted mansion and you have to figure out these seriously the puzzles like when I was younger I'm like I would get so upset because I couldn't figure them out. Yep. Yep. That's it, Sweetums. Yeah, the haunted house game. Yeah, and the soundtrack was so eerie. Like, it was the ambiance of the music and the way the game played and the puzzles. I mean, it was hard. I thought it was hard. I mean, I don't know if I could do it like now, being like an adult or whatever. But I'd like to try it again for sure. So yeah, yes. Wow, that's good. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the puzzle maker. Yep. Yeah, he was like he made like puzzles or he made like dolls, I think too. He made like some kind of dolls and then I can't remember the story. Like I'm gonna have to go back on YouTube and check it out. I know. That was the days, right? You couldn't look that up. Oh, you know what I had to do was I had to buy like a I don't know if you would even call it like a cheat book from like Hudson Books or like Barnes and Nobles or a bookstore like that or like what are the other bookstores back in the 90s. I can't remember, but you'd have to like go or you'd have to like look it up in like a game or magazine like in a grocery store. So, yeah. So, Buggy asked, can you recommend a popular niche? So, I would say the top three popular niches that I would choose personally if it was me that I if I w- sorry if I was starting over. So number one would be yes, I love Myst, love that game. So number one would be make money online slash financial education. Number two would be like Frenzy's health and wellness would be number two, and then number three would be parenting. So something that's around family, that kind of thing. So those three niches are like as evergreen as you can get, meaning like people are going to need them forever, always, right? So that's never going to go out of style. They're never going to be trendy up and down. Those are just like almost like a societal piece. They're like so intricate that they're just part of our everyday lives. So number one would be make money online slash financial space. Number two would be health and wellness, fitness. You kind of wrap that into the same thing. Feeling good about your body, working out, that kind of thing. And then number three is parenting. Anything that has to do with like parenting or like a family. Those are the top three niches that I would say. And those are all incredibly, incredibly lucrative for various different reasons. So yeah, pets too. Yeah. Akram, yeah. Akram, sorry. I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong. Yeah, pets also is huge, is very huge. Great. Thank you for the suggestion. So the question is, or Buggy says, can you elaborate on the first one, please? Sure. Okay, that's nice. Get a little voice cracked. Um, so, um, yeah, so making money online slash financial space, I would say really the different ways that you can actually make money online. For example, we have affiliate marketing is one way to make money online. Print on demand is another phenomenal way to make money online. Another way is actually teaching people how to make money online is actual niche itself. So that kind of falls into like the financial space, but also like education and like tutorials, that kind of thing. That's kind of where I sit, kind of like floating between kind of like the make money online slash education tutorials in that realm. So if you guys are out there and I hate the whole shameless plug thing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So if you guys want to learn more about like affiliate marketing, graphic design, blogging, all that good stuff, if you're not yet subscribed and you want to, that'd be awesome. Check it out. Um, hey mods, please. So basically, um, that's pretty much it. How's that sound, Buggy, for elaborating on making money online? It's really about, thank you, mods. It's really about going through and kind of getting an idea of there's so many different directions. One of the things actually that I've done recently that I really, really love is actually flipping domains. So I don't know if you guys have heard about this before, but sorry, Sweetums, I didn't forget about you. Pet parenting, absolutely, absolutely. That's huge too. So it goes along with regular parenting, pet parenting, absolutely. So flipping domains online. So basically, what does that mean? So um, what you can do is, you can go to wherever you buy your domains from, GoDaddy, Namecheap. Um, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. It doesn't matter where you get it from. But basically, I use GoDaddy because they have like a direct cousin, brother, whatever, brother sister company called Afternic, which is a domain listing platform. It's like a marketplace for domains, and that's a place where I go because everything's integrated. Um, yeah, yeah, you're right. Yep. Hey Veronica, thanks for joining. Yeah, no, you're right. It was big in the early 2000s. You know what's funny is like there's something I don't know, like it's now it's kind of like shifting. It's kind of like changing in terms of like it's morphing into like, I've seen more of like the AI stuff. I tried to buy, this is kind of like off topic, but I tried to buy like a couple domains like with .ai, and I don't know if anybody out there has tried to buy domains with .ai, but dang, they're so much more expensive. So like you can get a regular .com, or you can get like a .net, or one of those like a .org or whatever for like, I don't know, maybe between 2 and maybe 15 bucks, give or take. But like .ai, I was like, crap, man. It's like in the hundreds. I don't know. I don't, maybe that was just kind of like the domains that I was looking at, but I was pretty shocked to see that anything .ai, because AI is like the thing right now, right? I mean, everybody's kind of wants to jump on the AI thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm behind it 100%. Um, but so flipping domains like on Afternic is like the company that GoDaddy owns. So that's kind of why I like GoDaddy, because it gives you an opportunity to like seamlessly, they integrate with each other, which is cool. So if you buy from GoDaddy, you can actually sell on Afternic, and they make it easy, right? So it's one login, and all you have to do is just do a couple clicks. So yeah, yeah, you're right, Akram. Yeah, still a big deal nowadays. It is. It definitely is. I mean, I've heard of people making tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars just by flipping domains. Buying them for relatively cheap, meaning like under 20 bucks, and then selling them for a couple hundred, couple thousand, that kind of thing. Yeah, so make good money online marketing. So back then was freelance usually, but gave up years ago. I got to it. Yep. Now I hear you. It's crazy, right? It's like, yeah, I know. You kind of get that. Like you get that kind of negative space, like no matter what kind of industry you're in or like what avenue you go on. But like, yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's that stinks that you had to give it up just because it got too icky. Like I feel you. It's one of those things where it's like I think things kind of come like in waves kind of thing. So one of the big things that I found as far as like a side hustle, there's a couple videos that I did about side hustles, and one of the ones specifically was about kind of like selling, not really flipping the domain, but like selling your domain. So there's a website um, called Brand Bucket. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but basically what you can do is you can purchase a domain from like GoDaddy or wherever, it doesn't matter where. You can purchase a domain from wherever it is, and then Brand Bucket charges like $1. I think it's like $1 or $2 to like submit your domain, and if they choose it, I mean, this place is no joke. I mean, if you have some extra money to gamble in a sense of like spending the money to buy the domains. Um, I've seen like easily, like I had a buddy that bought a domain for, it was like 12, 15, 16 bucks, and Brand Bucket, they wanted to buy his domain for, it was minimum like 17, 1800, and they give you a range. So like when you submit a domain, they give you a range. They'll say, okay, well we're gonna buy it for like 1200 to like 3500, and it really depends on like what is the supply and demand as far as like how marketable do they think it is. Like, has anybody heard about that brand bucket? I mean, it's definitely a decent writer. Got accepted into lots of big news like sites and sold links. Yep, that's crazy. That's kind of like a blast from the past, right? I mean, selling links. Yeah, I remember that too. That was like, was that like dot com boom, kind of like early 2000s? Is that kind of when you were kind of in that space, Veronica, around that time? Because I remember that too. Like the whole like you guys remember like the whole like Y2K, like it was 1999 and it was like we're like the world is gonna end. It's December 31st. We don't know what's gonna happen with all the computers, that kind of thing. Um, that was such crazy time because it seems like it was just yesterday, but it was what 24 years ago, something like that. So that's pretty nuts. And then now, of course, you have, fast forward 20 years and we have, cryptocurrency, which is pretty nuts. And just, the whole like digital wallet and digital coins, that stuff is crazy in its own right, and people are just, being made millionaires, because of that stuff. Dang, really? 1,000 a week? Holy moly, that's awesome. Dang, that's so cool. Okay, so Akram, do you build websites around the domains you buy or do you just park them? So I actually I don't build any websites for the domains that I buy. I'll just buy them like, excuse me, I'll buy them just for the name itself. Excuse me, I'll buy it for the name itself, and then yeah, I don't buy any like the domain protection or anything. I'll try to buy it as cheap as I possibly can. So sometimes, you can get a deal like if you register the domain for like 2 or 3 years, sometimes they'll give it to you for like a penny, um, which is fine because like seriously, if you're trying to sell the domain or flip it, you're not gonna hold it on for a year anyway, right? Or maybe you will. I mean, it really depends, kind of the luck that you have. But there's one domain that I bought for $1, and I listed it on Afternic for $100, and it sold, and I was like, who would buy this piece of crap? It was just some random like, piece of junk that I thought of. I actually think I got the domain name idea from like ChatGPT, which is kind of funny. So, um, how do you research what domain? How do you research what domain to register? So, really, it's based on whatever you like. As far as if there's something specific that you're going for a brand, that you have your brand, then you kind of that's kind of how I choose like what domains. Otherwise, if you're doing it strictly just for selling or like flipping it, I usually go to like ChatGPT and kind of say, you know, here's what I'm trying to look. Can you give me a list of names? Like honestly, it's as simple as that. Like I just pull up ChatGPT and say, okay, can you give me a list of names? Give me a list of domain names that are curiosity and that are engaging, that are interesting, based around like AI or whatever, whatever it is. Um, so let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Hindu you're watching, uh, yeah, that's that's funny, Veronica. Yeah, yeah. So what's funny is like um, Maddox is actually my last name. So um, I had to flip I had to flip my first and last name because YouTube, it was already taken by somebody else. So I get that a lot. It's all good. So no worries at all. I really appreciate you guys being here. Definitely. Did that answer your question, Buggy? Sorry, I want to make sure that that was you got that was clarified for you. So there's a couple more questions that I have. Okay, so you and the new domains are expired. I would say new. New domains for sure. And the reason is because honestly, to me, it takes more time to kind of dig in and to kind of figure out like expired domains, that kind of thing. I never really played with that too much, but I primarily go through new domains just because when I think of something off the top of my head, I'll go through and I'll think, well, is that taken? So I don't know if you guys are familiar with The website instantdomainsearch.com. It's a free website that you can go to, and basically it's a way that it's a tool, free tool that I use to search for domains to see if they're taken or not. And what I mean by taken is like, are they being used, in terms of, are they already bought, or somebody selling it, or are they trying to broker it, or is it available? So if you were, okay, thank you, Buggy. If you were to go to, if you had a domain in mind and you went to instantdomainsearch.com, if you start typing your domain, the letters of the text are going to be green if the domain is available, which is pretty cool because it, you don't have to go there and you don't have to think, um, like start typing all the letters in the domain. So it'll actually give you, it'll suggest like other parts of the domain. So like, let's just say the domain you want is affiliatemarketing.com. As soon as you start typing like AFF, it'll start turning green or red. Green is good, means it's available, or red is taken. So that might be something you guys can use if you're into domains, just to check out. So, um, okay, so the next question is, I don't know, I think I kind of answered this one, but what social media platforms do you use personally? Do I use personally, right now for business, for online business? And so the ones that I use in no specific order, but I love all of these for various reasons. Pinterest, Facebook, Nextdoor, and LinkedIn. So I think everybody knows about Pinterest and Facebook, but Nextdoor and LinkedIn, I think, are kind of two hidden gems in a sense because they're more like untapped market. So with Nextdoor, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically like a kind of like a neighborhood social media app where you can kind of go on and you can connect with people in your neighborhood and around, kind of like the surrounding area from, I'm not sure, excuse me, I'm not sure what the radius is, but there's a radius of like, I don't know if it's like 10 or 20 miles or something, but basically it allows you to post kind of like a Facebook type thing. Like visually it looks like Facebook. And I love using it because nobody really knows about it. You know, it's totally free. You don't have to pay for anything. I mean, people do pay for ads on Nextdoor, but I like it because you can ask a question or post in the comments, like similar to Facebook, and you can just post your affiliate link on there, and you can just say, "Have you guys tried this product or whatever it is? You know, check this out. Is this a good price?" And to a certain extent, you're kind of like, I don't want to say tricking somebody to click the link, but to be honest, I mean, you kind of are in a sense, but like really all you have to do for like Amazon affiliate marketing is you want to just get somebody to click your link, and then that's it. That's the hard part, is getting them to click your link. Um, and then for 24 hours, obviously, you know, there's a cookie, so whatever they have in their cart, you get a cut of. So um, so Nextdoor and then LinkedIn. If you're not familiar with LinkedIn, it's like a business, professional kind of business social media platform, which is also free. They do have a premium version of that, but you don't need to mess with any of that. You can just do the standard LinkedIn. They actually have LinkedIn groups, which is kind of like a subset of like, think about like Facebook groups, but like within like a business kind of professional sense. Um, let's see. Okay. Do you have to disclose it's an affiliate link on Nextdoor? I don't. I haven't disclosed that. I think I don't necessarily think it's dishonest, but I think there's nothing on Nextdoor itself in terms of like the terms and conditions that says you have to disclose, um, because people are probably not as, I don't want to say savvy, but they don't know what, maybe they're not as kind of up on affiliate links, like what that means. So like, I mean, maybe there's some kind of moral. I mean, you're not really scamming anybody. You know, you're just kind of per like, okay, sorry. So per Nextdoor's you know, like terms and conditions, you don't have to say that it's an affiliate link. So I would say you can post away as long as you're not spamming. I mean, I've had people flag my post before where I ask a question about a product and I put a link for Amazon below, and people flag it as spam. They've done that. I'm like, dude, I'm just asking about this electronic bike or whatever, you know, whatever it is. So it's so funny how like, you know, people would be like, "Oh, I don't, you know, you're trying to scam us or whatever." It's like, really, all I want to do is ask. I mean, most of the time, it's like a legit question about whatever the product is. And if they happen to click it, then you're good, you're golden. But so actually, so with LinkedIn, you can that was a good question, Buggy. So with LinkedIn, I like it because you gotta you gotta be careful. Like you don't really want to kind of litter your main feed with like affiliate links and that kind of thing. So you really want to just keep it as professional as possible because you got to keep in mind like when you post on LinkedIn, depending on how you actually set it to post, your connections or your followers or whatever you I don't know what you call them on pin what is it on LinkedIn, like your connection, your network. That's what it is. So your network. So you don't want your network being like, oh, they're trying to sell me something. Um, so but you can join like LinkedIn has groups that are totally free that you can join that. So similarly to Facebook, you have these groups based on these topics, whatever it is, right? You can create your own group if you want, or you can search in LinkedIn for different groups. Like let's just say photography, for example. So if you want to search for a photography group, you could join that, and then you can. Whenever I try to post like an affiliate link, I try to make sure that I'm not just like randomly spamming people. Hey, best clue reviews. Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Oh yeah, love it. Love it. Thank you. Love it. Let me know what is your favorite NES game? So yeah, so with LinkedIn, it's just I think the groups are pretty cool because it's free on top of everything else, but at the same time, you can actually go through and you can really target an audience, right? So if let's just say go back to the photography example. So you can go and you can say, all right, I'm trying to figure out like, what the best lens is that. So you kind of ask for like suggestions, like, hey, what's the best lens, that I can use or whatever. So, and then you can post some links in there and you can give like a little description or whatever. So you can do it in a way that it's not like it shouldn't be when you're posting it, obviously kind of based on like the moral compass or whatever. When you're posting a link, you want to make sure like you ask yourself like, is this wrong? Is it wrong? Is it like unethical? That kind of thing because that can get out of hand really quickly. But I think the cool part about doing LinkedIn, all these things are free. Like Pinterest, Facebook, Nextdoor, LinkedIn. Those are all of my top platforms that I use personally, and they're all free, which you can't be free. Um, Especially when you're trying to make money. Like, yes, to a certain extent, it does take money to make money, but at the same time, who wants to spend extra money when you're trying to make money? That kind of thing. So there are definitely options out there that are free that you don't have to worry about spending money. Um, so I just I like the fact that there are free options out there, and I mean, you can reach a wide amount of people. I mean, there's millions of people on LinkedIn every month, and in a business sense, and don't let the whole thing being like business professionals, don't let that scare you off. Um, that's something that I think, depending on what your niche is, you can absolutely target those people. You know. Okay. Yes, I do. Oh, dude, that is awesome. Duck hunt. Yep. Did you have the Did you have the gun that was plugged in to the NES? Dude, that game was harder, man. It was harder than I remember. Like as a kid, like I don't know, like if you didn't point it at the TV right, you were like screwed. Like and then the dog comes up and it's laughing at you because you didn't get the ducks. But no, I love that game. Yeah, absolutely. So, sorry, I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here because I love talking about old school games, and I know this channel is not about gaming, but for me, probably the top Nintendo game for me was probably I love Castlevania, the original on NES, and what else? Actually, one of the ones to me that was kind of like a I don't know, like a unsung hero was Marble Madness. I don't know if anybody's played that out there on NES. Marble Madness was so fun. It was so hard too as a kid. I'm like, oh man. But I love the music. Just seeing, like, listening to the music. That was awesome. That's cool. Yep. That's so cool. The running pad, I remember that, and the gun. Awesome. That's so cool. Man, talk about nostalgia, man. That's so cool. That's awesome. So, okay. So the next question that I have is, sorry, when I say that I have, I mean it's kind of a combination of like questions that I thought of, but also questions that I got through different comments and stuff on different videos. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Um, so I don't really game best clip reviews. Um, Unfortunately, I have like tendonitis in like my forearm or whatever, so that kind of, unfortunately takes me down. But anyway, um, no, but I still have a lot of love and respect for the gaming industry for sure. Um, so yeah, that music just gets me every time, just takes me back. It's like, oh man, especially when you're doing two player and you have like the marbles coming at each other and you're trying to knock off the other. That's awesome. Knock off the other person. Sometimes I'll watch like walkthroughs or like run throughs or whatever. And literally anything Zelda. Anything, doesn't matter what the console is, anything Zelda. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so the next question I have is, do you have to be a salesperson to succeed at affiliate marketing? And so what does that mean exactly? So salesperson meaning cold calls, that it's not necessarily cold calls because you're doing it online, but um sales as in like, do you have to know how to market? Or do you have to have the skills to like sell things to people? I think to a certain extent, you kind of have to have some of those traits in terms of like kind of knowing like, okay, um, how do you actually how do you promote something? Like how do you market something to make somebody, I guess, have that feeling or that idea that they can't live without this, whatever that thing is. Um, so you don't have to be salesy, like sleazy or that kind of thing to do this, but I think by the same token, you do need to have some sort of kind of idea of how to target people with affiliate marketing because you have to target certain groups or certain, whatever your niche is. You have to be able to know, kind of put yourself in the mind of the customer or the consumer, to be able to know like, hey, what would this person want to see as far as like the visuals, that kind of thing. So like if you're on Pinterest, for example, and you want to design and cultivate this like really engaging, nice pin and something that somebody they can't help but click on, want to know more and that's to like draw curiosity or spark curiosity and really draw somebody in. So, in a sense of being a salesperson, I think that's kind of where that question was getting at. But you don't have to have experience being a salesperson at all to do affiliate marketing. You just have to start. That's the biggest thing is like start learning, and you just have to take action and get started. Like everything else, there's a learning curve, which can be frustrating and a little disheartening at times. But with any new skill, right, that we all learn in general, like you know, you need to take some time to learn and actually put it into practice, right? Okay, so the next question, I'm gonna hit pause for a second. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for joining this live. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that would be awesome. I really appreciate it. So, got 26 people in here. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. If you're new here and you're not sure about our channel, we talk about how to make money online with a full-time job. Um, I myself still have a full-time job, so this is like directly relatable. So I mean, it's something that I'm not just saying this and just kind of putting on a front. I mean, I actually am. I'm living what the channel is about. So um, love for you guys to follow along. If you want to subscribe, that's awesome. I hate the salesy crap, so I'm not gonna, you know, talk about it really anymore. So, okay. So the next question is, where did you learn how to do affiliate marketing? And I get that a lot actually. I get people come up to me, through different comments and stuff on the videos, and the truth is, honestly, like I learned from YouTube. That's where I started was YouTube, and just free, right? Free videos. Just and I think when you watch somebody or you're trying to learn a new skill, I think it's more than just like kind of consuming like the content. I mean, there has to be some kind of like connection, I think, with the individual who's like presenting the information. Um, I think if you're able to connect or you're able to relate for whatever reason, you can relate to that person um, on any level. I think it allows consuming the content and being able to like digest it and learn. I think it makes it easier for you to do that. So that was one thing that I was kind of was drawn to was, when I was learning about these different things like affiliate marketing or like, blogging or graphic design or, that kind of thing. What I would do is I would just kind of search for whatever the topic was, and then I would give it like a couple of minutes. And if I didn't feel like I was engaged enough or I could relate to the person who was delivering the information, um, I would just find somebody else. So I think that's the most important thing. Like you have to be able to connect with whoever you're learning from, whether it's like in person or, through the internet or, that kind of thing. But um, yeah, just find somebody you like, find somebody that you can relate to. And that way, I think consuming the information and it'll actually make you like want to learn and want to come back and kind of keep checking things out because if they're relatable and if it's somebody that you're like, hey, you know what, they're normal, they're just this, you know, normal human being. There's nothing special about this person, um, but they're having success, so there's no reason why I can't have. There's no reason why you can't have success. So it's all about just trying. Um, so I would say YouTube for sure. Have joined some communities in the past, some paid, some not paid. And I think there's no bad decision when it comes to learning and educating yourself. And I think the more that you actually dive in, and I think you have to try though. That's the thing is you can't just like consume this content and watch a bazillion hours of video and not like actually put it into practice. So I know for me, like when I was in school, like I hated that where you're trying to like work up on the material for a test or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't remember anything that I learned, that kind of thing, because I don't put it in practice. So that's kind of the same thing here. I mean, affiliate marketing is a slow kind of journey. So okay, best clue reviews. Question is, how many hours are you putting in weekly to your online marketing while working a full-time job? Yeah, no, that's a great question. So I would say probably um, at least probably definitely 1 to 2 hours a night for sure, on top of the 9 to 5. So I would say really that varies depending on kind of the personal life situation, family, whatnot. But I would say 1 to 2 hours a day, I would say, on the computer. And hey, Adam, thanks for joining. So we're talking about affiliate marketing here and making money online with a full-time job. That's what we're kind of chatting about. So, hey, thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Um, so, yeah, the title is Affiliate Marketing Dead. So basically about online income, how to make money online, finance, blogging, graphic design, all that good stuff. So, um, feel free to hang out if that stuff interests you. If not, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. So, yeah, no, I think it really depends on how many, like, what is kind of going on, but I think definitely right on. Thanks, dude. I think it's really dependent on the individual, right? I mean, how much time you can commit. I don't think, to be completely honest, I don't think that there's like such a thing as um like too little amount of time. Like seriously, if you committed 5 minutes a day and you were like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna create that Pinterest account, or I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna create that Facebook group, or whatever the case may be. Um, I think those are all wins, right? I mean, you got to celebrate those small victories too, because you know wherever you want to get to be, like the goal or whatever your final goal is, or your goals are ever changing. So like, any victory, any small victory is good because that means you're learning, right? You're learning and you're growing and that kind of thing. So um, that's how I try to look at it. I try not to look at like, you want to look at the big picture, but at the same time, you don't want to like just gloss over like the small victories. So um, I'm gonna stop for a quick sec. Do you guys have any questions out there? I know I've been kind of yapping on these questions, but I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. It can be about anything, really. I mean, we've talked about you know Nintendo games in the past, so it doesn't even have to be about online income or marketing or anything. So, if you guys have any questions, just shoot them in the chat. That'd be cool. So I'm gonna get some water real quick. Okay, so Buggy's up first. Will you be doing a video on Facebook ads? Yes, I've heard that before, and I definitely would love to do a video on Facebook ads. Diving into Facebook ads is there's a lot of different layers, but I think that could be split up into like a series. That way, it's not like super hard to digest all at once because there's a lot of different layers, there's a lot of complexity, and the different pieces that you have to put together to construct like a successful Facebook ads campaign, I think can be like super crazy overwhelming. So I definitely think, yes, that will be coming out, Buggy, and definitely it's probably going to be a series, so it won't be just one video. It'll probably be like a bunch of like kind of smaller videos. That way, it's easier to kind of like digest and to understand. So, hope that makes sense. All right, Adam. So, if you had a capital of about 9 grand, what would you do with it? So, so 9 grand is that like? I'm just gonna kind of ask some follow up questions. Okay, so like, is a $9,000? Is that like all the money that? And I'm not asking for details of personal details, but is that all the money that you would have in that situation? Like, do you have a way to replenish that 9 grand, or is that 9 grand like the end all? Like, hey, that's all the savings I had, um, and it's I'm going all in kind of thing. Because there's a couple different ways that you could look at that, and I think the first thing that I would do for sure is I don't know how much experience you have with like investing, but replenishment and not all the savings. Okay, cool. So you do, I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to drop 9 grand like, as a chunk, but um, the first thing I would do is I don't know how, if you have experience or you're involved at all with any kind of investing, like stock market wise, but I think that would be a great place to start in terms of my personal opinion. What I would do is start with some ETFs, so the exchange traded funds. So but you can't go wrong with those, right? I mean, those are like little pieces of a bunch of different companies. So I would throw a couple grand in there because you know it's going to be safe, right? You know that's not going to grow like. Just to be clear, like all the suggestions that I have, none of them is like get rich quick kind of thing. It's all like doing it like the right way. Excuse me. And so I would start with investing first. So investing in ETFs, and then I would start, and I would see mostly start with investing, and then see like kind of like what the yield is. So like depending on individual stocks, um, I know I have a couple shares of Philip Morris, and the dividend that they pay is like the best besides like Apple and some other ones. Philip Morris, I mean, it's like I don't know exactly what the percent is. I don't want to tell you percent and then have it be wrong, but it's good. I mean, it's definitely higher than a lot of the other stocks that I have, and I mean, I don't have a ton, but I probably have maybe 30 or 40 different stocks like mixed with some ETFs. But I would say throw some in some ETFs. That would be my first option. And the second option I would do is I would say if you wanted to take a stab at doing some like domain flipping as like a side hustle, um, 10 to 30% return. Okay, right on. So what about crypto in terms of how are you feeling about that? I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with buying like if I had some extra liquid like capital, I would absolutely invest in Bitcoin as a personal that's what I would do. And obviously, it's like almost what 65 to 70,000 for one. But I would say Bitcoin, you can't go wrong. I mean, the future, in my opinion, is digital currency. I mean, I can't see the actual paper dollar sticking around for I don't know how much longer, but I definitely think digital currency, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. That's kind of where I would. I know it's volatile, but I would say you can't go wrong with Bitcoin, and then standard ETFs. And then also, if you wanted to invest in kind of gambling, maybe throw like $500,000 in doing some maybe like domain flipping, taking a gamble, meaning like buying the domains themselves, and then see if you could make some money flipping them. That's a quick way to get money, but not guaranteed, obviously. So you want to make sure that you know there's no guarantee that somebody's going to buy your domain, whether it be a business, an individual person, or a company. So, but if you do have some liquid, I would probably, that's what I would do. Throw some for domain flipping, and then the last thing I would say is probably, you know, go all in on some sort of advertising. So with affiliate marketing. So if you have same concept as virtual property flipping, right on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So, um, got it. Okay, cool. Thanks, Best Clue Reviews. Appreciate it. 60, holy crap, 66K. That's insane. Jeez. And Doge is at 16 cents. I have some Doge. Unfortunately, I bought it at like 65, 65 cents. So I don't want to say I'm hurting, but like, it's definitely higher than, you know, what I would like it to be. But I mean, what I bought in is what I mean. Um, yeah, Bitcoin. I mean, seriously, like, I don't know how long ago it was that Bitcoin was like 500 bucks. I mean, was that like 10, 15 years ago when it was down to something like relatively normal? And then it just took off like a rocket and just shot up. But I do believe, like, honestly, I mean, I'm not an expert in cryptocurrency by any means, but I do believe in Doge. I do think that to a certain extent, we're going to have to go that route with like, with some sort of like digital currency. I mean, I think that's the future. It's just like in its infancy right now, but I think that's how we're moving. We're going to move that way towards that direction, um, for sure. So the last question I got on this list here is did you have any experience when you started affiliate marketing? So for me, yeah, no, that's true, right? That's true. Best Clue Reviews, definitely. Um, so did you have any for me? Did you have any experience when you started affiliate marketing? Um, I didn't. I didn't have any experience when I started affiliate marketing. So I started probably, I did some things online, like, I tried to buy and sell domains actually for a couple years now. Really wasn't successful. Like, had some one-off victories, but honestly, nothing more than like a couple $100 here and there. Um, I've done that. I've tried drop shipping. That was probably back in like 2017, 18. Um, Basically throwing darts, at a board, that kind of thing. Got a couple of sales, just really broke even, didn't really make any money. Drop shipping, didn't really know what I was doing. Um, I was in the pet niche, so I was selling like some light up dog collars, which are pretty cool, and some other stuff that like dog like coats, not coats, but like dog like Santa Claus sweater kind of thing. Um, so that was pretty cool, and that was a good experience. But then what else did I do? I got into affiliate marketing probably around, I'm trying to think, probably like 2020, 2021, something like that. So that was as soon as I found out like the basis, like what affiliate marketing was as a whole, I was hooked. And the reason was because you don't have to create your own product, you don't have to manufacture it, you don't have to ship it, you don't have to pay for shipping, you don't have to do customer service. I mean, when you kind of break those things down, it's kind of like a no-brainer, It's like, why not? I mean, you don't have to worry about, the customer service part just equally as complex as the actual like product part. I think is something that I think is a lot of people that overlook it in terms of being able to, have something that they can start, and you don't have to mess with, I mean, we all know, right? Customer service can be very dicey, that kind of thing. So you definitely, with affiliate marketing, all you're really doing is you're literally signing up to promote somebody else's product, as simple as you can explain it, um, which is awesome. So you really just have to get some eyeballs to the link. Excuse me. And that's it. I mean, I'm making it sound more simple than it is, but I mean, that's the gist of it. The gist of it is you're promoting somebody else's product. So if you can get, and I mean, there's so many different ways to like get traffic. I think it's a matter of just what you can do within your budget, that kind of thing. And then, um, so there's so many different avenues um, that you can take. But for me, I didn't want to spend extra money because I was like, well, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't really have extra money to kind of like drop, to spend and go through. So, okay. So how many online marketing channels do you have? So let's see. Website one, two. So I think it's either three or four. So I have so YouTube, a blog, Pinterest, Facebook group. So that's four, and then LinkedIn group, which is five. And then so I would say five. Five ones that have like the branding on it. But if you count next door, kind of, you can make a free group on there, so that would kind of be six. But I would say five. And honestly, like I definitely do not keep up with all of them the way that I should. Definitely YouTube is number one for me, but Pinterest is probably number two, just because there's so many people on Pinterest. It's like I watched this video the other day that it was like over 450 million people on Pinterest, like every month, which is just bananas. I mean, that's crazy. That's a lot of people, and that's like free, right? I mean, that's like free traffic that you have at your fingertips. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, trying to tap into some of that traffic, but just the possibility that you could reach, even a sliver of that is insane, and especially from all over the world. So really all you have to do at that point is just kind of like craft the design of the pin, right? And do everything is about testing that I've learned. Like it's all about testing, right? So you test your on Pinterest, you test your pins, you test the designs, you test the title and the description, and just kind of see what works, what doesn't work. Meaning what gets clicked on, and what doesn't. And you can do all that without paying any money. I mean, it's totally free. So it doesn't cost any money to test, right? So you can just test and test and test, and um, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. You're gonna fail a lot. Um, yeah, yeah. You're welcome, Best Clue Review. So I would say, to be completely honest, for you, if I was in your shoes, I would choose Pinterest only because I think it's the next visually appealing, um, besides like a blog, is Pinterest, and I think you have a wider opportunity to actually take advantage of the audience that's like built in. And people are really loyal to Pinterest. And um, a little earlier in the live stream, I was talking about like not there's not really any negative. I mean, there's always gonna be negativity, but with like there's tend to be kind of more negative comments on Facebook. Um, oh, that's great, Buggy. That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's fun too. I mean, it's fun learning. And what I use to design the pins honestly is Canva. So I do have the pro version, but I got it because of the background remover. That thing to me alone is worth it. I think Canva Pro for a year is like 119 or 120 bucks a year, but I'm telling you, like for me, just from my experience, I mean, I get my money's worth every single day with Canva. And I'm not a graphic designer. Granted, it's not like an expert tool. Like, it's not something that you can do like super intricate stuff and have a lot of fancy filters and manipulate text in various ways. But for the current like kind of I guess status or situation that I use it for right now, it's perfect. And you can do it with Canva for free. You don't have to pay for it, but there's some features that I like that to me pay for itself as far as like the paid version of Pinterest, sorry, Canva. So um, that's like with any tool. I would suggest whatever you guys are trying out, don't pay for it right away unless you absolutely have to. But the thing is maybe you can get like a trial period, like, but a lot of those trials are only like 14 days, which don't give you like the true amount to be able to like test it in the way that it deserves to be tested, to see if it's like a viable tool for you. That's the only downside is like, how the heck are you going to test a tool for like, whatever, 7 days or 14 days when, you're not even really sure how to use it, that kind of thing. You dive in and you only use it so much. So, um, Cool. No, yeah, you get a lot of traction from Pinterest. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Yeah. No, Pinterest is cool. I mean, I love Pinterest. I mean, it's easy, and it's funny because it's been around for a while, but I actually kind of just jumped on the Pinterest bandwagon here probably I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago or so. Um, and to be honest, I didn't really know why I didn't jump on it sooner. Um, awesome, Buggy. Yeah, that's going to be a great series. So definitely stay tuned if you're into Facebook ads or you're into Facebook, you want to learn more about that. That's probably in the next couple months we'll get that series going. But we do have I've been working on a follow-up Pinterest video um, that talks about setting up a print-on-demand side hustle. So if you guys want to keep tuned to that, if you're not, I know I said this before, but if you're not subscribed and you want to keep an eye out for that, that'd be awesome. Come hang out with us and just learn some stuff. That'd be cool. So, but I hate the salesy stuff, so I try not to do the typical like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that's not really my style. I figure if you like the content and you're into it and you're learning something, it's all good. You'll stick around. So that's kind of how I view it. And anyway, so that was kind of my experience with affiliate marketing, starting from scratch, really. So I think it's just a matter of like try not to get involved with too much stuff like right away. So I would pick and choose, like with Best Club Reviews. Like you have a website blog, then I would definitely stick to like one other medium. So like if you want to focus on Pinterest, I think that's awesome. I wouldn't jump to like Pinterest and then 2 weeks later try Facebook and then 2 weeks later, try LinkedIn. I mean, there's nothing wrong with kind of trying those things out, but I just don't want you to get burned out. It's easy to get burned out and then you're like, ah, screw this. This sucks. I mean, and then if you lose focus, then you're not really going to be laser focused on anything. So that's kind of the downside with trying a bunch of things at the same time. I would say kind of stick with something until you see some traction, a little bit of traction, and get some momentum going, and then you can kind of bring in one more thing, like one more platform. So like if you have a blog and you do Pinterest or whatever, I think that's a great combination because they complement each other very, very well. Um, so just wanted to see if anybody has any more questions coming up here. So thank you guys all for joining. I really appreciate it. It's been awesome chatting with everybody. We're not signing off here yet, but just wanted to make sure I said that. So I appreciate it. I know wherever you guys are, I'm sure it's late. So here it's I live in the States, United States. In Colorado, it's 11:41 p.m. on Sunday night. So I know we had some folks earlier from India. That was awesome coming in. I love just seeing where people are from. So if you're out there and you wouldn't mind at least, I mean, obviously you don't have to get detailed, but um, where are you guys from? Like just like high level wise, like what country or I always think it's neat to see where people are from, where they're tuning in from. So also, I mean, anytime that anybody has a suggestion about content that you think would be cool for me to make or to investigate to make a video on, I'm always up for suggestions and ideas because that means the more we can kind of interact, I think the best. Right on. Go Nuggets and the Avs. I don't know if they won actually. I was watching the game earlier. It's pretty cool actually to have a sports team or to have a city that you have two sports teams in the playoffs at the same time, which is very cool. Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Buggy, for that suggestion. Definitely. We definitely have some print on demand stuff coming up very, very soon. Absolutely. So stay tuned for that. So if you guys are into print on demand or any kind of like side hustle stuff, um, definitely stick around because we will definitely be having some good stuff coming out soon. So I just really I love making these videos because it's so cool being able to like it doesn't I don't care how cliche it sounds, but it's so cool to be able to like share it, like to share the experience because if somebody else can pick something up and kind of learn something, and then I hear about like somebody else's success, that's awesome, right? I mean, that's really all I wanted to do. Like the reason why I wanted to do this whole YouTube thing in the first place was like being able to like share knowledge and you know, I hate the thought of like gatekeeping, like gatekeeping knowledge or information, that kind of thing. Um, it's you know, life's too short for that, so when you come here, when you join us and stuff, you know, everything is always, wide open. So I definitely want to start doing these live streams more often. I love being able to interact with you guys. I don't know about this time though, because it's, you know, it's Sunday night and it's almost midnight, which is awesome. Thank you everybody for sticking around wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. But ideally, I'd like to probably try to do it once a week if I can. So hopefully you guys are getting something out of this. And you know, so I'm gonna see anybody have any last minute questions here. We're coming up to actually I think the my phone battery just alerted I have 20% left. So just want to see if anybody has any other questions here. Okay. The cool part about this is like with the vertical video, the way that the video is, like, portrait mode, it actually shows up on the shorts feed. So I'm curious if anybody found this through like the shorts feed. Because instead of just like a typical like long form live stream video where it's like kind of wider, this is on the shorts feed. Let's see. Speaking of side hustles, do you happen to use your phone for any? I do actually. Mostly like for domains when I buy like to buy and sell domains. Um, I have the GoDaddy app downloaded because I usually primarily use GoDaddy for when I'm buying domains, and also like instant domain search is a tool that you can use to find if a domain is available for sale or if somebody's already purchased it. So that's another app that I use, instant domain search, like in conjunction with GoDaddy. And then that way, I mean, GoDaddy is so easy to, and I'm sure there's other apps too, but GoDaddy is so easy that you can buy a domain just like that. So um, it's really like a couple of clicks. So I would say that, and then obviously Pinterest. I don't really do any ads or anything from Pinterest on the phone, but it's mainly just buying and selling domains on GoDaddy. So from the phone. So then if you guys missed any part of this live stream, if you'd like to go back and check it out, that'd be awesome. It's definitely going to be live. Excuse me, my voice is going out. It's definitely going to be live, and I'm going to keep it up. So if you'd like to check it out, that'd be awesome. Or you can skim through it, whatever you like, whatever, you know. I know we're going on a little while here, so 2 hours. So, but I hope that if you guys have stuck around for any amount of time, that you would want to come back and hang out again and allow us to, chat and interact and have fun. Hopefully, you guys got something out of this. Um, so, yeah, if there's no more questions, I think that'll do it for the live stream. I really appreciate everybody joining. It really does mean a lot, and thank you for, you know, taking the time and the respect to join and interact and watch. So we're definitely going to do these soon, more often. So come back and hang out, and hope to see you guys again. So if there's no other questions, hope you guys have a great night and be safe out there. Thank you, Basically Reviews, you too. Thank you, Buggy. Thank you for joining. All right, guys. I'm gonna sign off. Everybody have a great night, and hope to see you in the next one.